I looked at myself as an ungrateful person and come out and made a change.
It was like one of the worst feelings I've ever actually had in my life.
I don't want anything to do with him because of what he's put the family through. I think it's selfish.
It's like they take away everything you take for granted. Everything.
He was actually meant to come and see me and Khalil on that day that he got arrested, and I was actually waiting for him at my mum's house, and then he phoned me and was like, "Oh, Danique, I've been arrested." And then the last phone call I got was from him saying that, you know, he had got 4 years and he was liable to do 2. It was like one of the worst feelings I've ever actually had in my life. As time went along, I started to get quite resentful and very angry because, you know, I was doing it all by myself. I was in education and I had Khalil and I wanted a social life as well because I was still young. So I was quite angry because I was just felt tired and stressed out practically every day. The most difficult thing was Khalil not growing up, not seeing his dad for the first years of his life. That was a bit disheartening for me. I did actually feel it for Ali because, you know, he loves his son and he didn't want to miss out on things like that, you know. He didn't do it intentionally. I have slightly grown apart from him. I think I still love him. Like, he's the love of my life. He's the father of my child. I don't think I'd ever leave him, but, you know, things do take time, you know. We just have to work it, really.
We didn't know he might have been going to prison. She called me at 5 in the morning and I was just like, "Are you bonkers, Mum? What on earth are you calling me at this time for? I went to bed like an hour ago." And then she's like, "The police have just literally tipped my house from head to toe. They've taken your brother, they've taken photographs of the family off the walls, and then took his clothes." So obviously my mum was just, didn't know what's going on because so far as she was concerned, he wasn't in no form of trouble. We didn't like have time to prepare ourselves and go, "Okay, you're going away so we can spend this much time with you." It was literally like, close our eyes, wake up, he's gone. Dad didn't show no sympathy, which I noticed affected him a lot. It affected him, he made jokes about it, but it was hurting him. And some of the things my dad said to me when I told him that he was inside, I couldn't repeat back because I thought that it would actually corrupt his mind in there. My mum's reactions were so, I couldn't read them because it was just like, that boy, I knew it. And then it was like, I told you so. Then it's just like, how could you do this to us? Out of all my siblings, he was the closest one. So for the fact of that he was away, it was like he took away a best friend.
I was raised in a single parent family. I started hanging around my estates, playing football with the elders, you know, seeing the elders doing their thing, and then obviously that's what I wanted to do. One thing led to another and went to prison. When I was in prison and I was seeing all the pain that I was putting my parents, and I wasn't a role model as well to my kids as well, because obviously I was a criminal. And especially my children as well, because I'm away from them, I'm not raising them. My son's all big now, my daughter's all big. My daughter don't even really have no respect for me still, and I understand why. I had a mother that loved me, I had a grandmother that loved me. I never really wanted for nothing. I looked at myself as an ungrateful person and come out and made a change. There's too much of our culture, the black culture, it's been mind controlled, like for it to start being labelled as just a drug dealing culture or a robbing or like a criminal culture. And that ain't necessarily right.
We were together for about, I don't know, about 2 months before got the news that he might be going to prison. But that was a bit like, oh my gosh. I'm not saying he's an angel, but he wasn't involved in crime. Why he went to prison was basically because he was in the wrong place with the wrong people at the wrong time. They robbed a guy, beat him up. Like, I never understood what people meant by like, my heart sank. But when I heard the word guilty, my heart sank. For the first 2 weeks it was hard. Like I'll be picking up my phone, going to call him, remembering I can't do that. He went to prison in June, and that September he was meant to go to uni. So he's now had to put that on hold, but he should be going to uni. This has been a big wake-up call. And obviously we see each other like every weekend now. We get to, obviously within that time, get to talk a lot more and kind of rebuild our relationship. I mean, it's not going to be like it was before, because obviously we've grown up a lot and things have changed, but we're trying to rebuild everything and trying to get back to, normal.